Drake here, back again. Had some problems with the gaming group. We put the Star Wars on hiatus for the moment as one of our gaming group went into surgery unexpectedly, and we're waiting for him to recover. It's been some time now. During that time, we picked up another game. It's a game that was released in the last year. It's called A Song of Ice and Fire miniatures game, based upon the book series, which means that we got even more characters and even more narrative. So far they have 4 starter sets plus another house, a minor house, a neutral house. These guys here, House Bolton. You see those are bastards girls. 4 archers with 8 dogs in front of them. I have a couple of units of them. To the left you see Reek. Further left you would also see Ramsay Snow and Roose Bolton, or some of your attachments, or NCUs that you'd have in the core track. These are a couple of your NCUs. Littlefinger to the left and Lord Varus to the right. They're very useful NCOs. They do different things on the core track, which is another option you have. Rather than moving a unit on the table, you can move one of the NCUs that you might have available on the core track, doing things behind the scenes that will influence what the units on the field do. So right now you see what happens in Clash of Kings is you have one objective in the center. It's worth 2 points, and 12 inches to either side of that you have another objective. Anyone who controls one of those side objectives, starting on round 2, can move units on anywhere on that flank side, on the opposite side from objective token that they control. And each of those side objective tokens is worth 1 point. We're playing a 30-point game, so it's 8 victory points required to win. I won the roll-off, so I chose to give him the choice of table edge. He chose his table edge, and then I get to activate first. So my first activation were Bolton Cutthroats on the left flank, which I moved up toward the trees. You'll see him on the other side. He's got Ranger Trackers, those bowmen on the other side of that low wall. And on the other corner he has Jon Snow. Jon and his Wolf Ghost are attached to a unit of the Veterans of the Night's Watch. Ghosts can either activate before or after the unit that Jon Snow is attached to. So it sort of gives the unit an extra activation. Now you see that in my second activation, I started, actually pivoted, and I just marched toward the center of the table with those guys. I seized the left objective on turn 1, and on turn 2 was able to move in my flayed men onto his flank. I moved up into the trees, seized that objective with the maneuver truck, as I used Roose Bolton to take with the unit that had already activated, of course, and they moved right up onto that objective. I was able then to move units the next turn in anywhere on that right flank, opposite from the objective token that I'd taken. And that put me right behind Jon Snow's Veterans of the Watch. Very threatening with my flayed men. Charged on him. He had a terrible defense. We closed there, my Cutthroats with his Zorn brothers. Okay, so then he wounded down my flayed men, killed one and wounded another. So you can see some men are getting killed and are running away from the battle if they panic. I'll do much better reports in the future. We just wanted to get some photos, and I wanted to show some of these test games and practice games that we've been having, just to show you guys what some of these miniatures look like in action, and give you an idea what the game plays like. I ended up winning 8-7. It was a really close game, Night's Watch against House Bolton. In my opinion, it was my 2 armored cavalry units which had the decisive charges against his veterans. And here's some pictures of some of the Lannisters and Starks that we have. All my Lannisters here. Looking forward to posting some more complete and better video battle reports of this game in the future. Thank you.